Mayhem leads to mass arrests over the weekend, and many are wondering if this is a new get tough attitude from Chicago police.
The dozens of juvenile arrests seem to be garnering a lot of attention.
Tia Ewing is live tonight with the latest. Tia.
Well, you're right. This is a new stance from the Chicago Police Department. Majority of these teens that were arrested were charged with misdemeanors. And the Chicago Police Department, they called on violence interrupters to be here on the ground to try to convince these teens to go home. Now, they believe that some of it worked because there was no one shot. But those teens didn't make it here to this 7-Eleven where they turned the store upside down.
Well, the door of a mass arrest at Roosevelt Canal.
Another teen trend in Chicago. This time there were fights.
They fighting. Hold on.
And looting. The 7-Eleven on Grinshaw and Jefferson in the South Loop was destroyed. Inside, shelves were toppled to the floor. The parking lot was trashed. Teens captured on video tossing merchandise in the air and letting off fire extinguishers. A lone 7-Eleven employee was captured cleaning up the aftermath. CPD now has a surveillance system in the parking lot after the mayhem.
I came down here to see if I can do anything, no matter if that was helping protect children as they cross the street for traffic, that was helping making sure children are not jumping on cars.
Joseph Williams wasn't the only one that showed up on Canal and Roosevelt Sunday night.
All right, you guys, I'm out here with my boy Mackenzie. We got P out. See pass over there.
Other community activists were called on by CPD once they knew teens were planning to show up, and they did. 300 to 400 teens converged on the streets, and the volunteers put themselves in the middle of it.
If you know some of these kids, y'all come down here and get y'all kids.
Some parents did show up.
I saw a father pull up. Told his daughters, what is you guys doing down here? You guys supposed to be at a show.
But for 40 young people, it was too late. They got arrested. Some as young as 12 years old were hit with misdemeanors. It's a message that CPD wants to make loud and clear.
We haven't arrested people like that, but this group got so out of hand that we had no choice.
Some of these teens were hit with some serious charges. 2 actually had guns. A 15-year-old was charged for having a gun with a laser and a silencer on it. And also a 17-year-old was charged with having a machine gun with metal-piercing bullets also in his possession. Live from the South Loop, Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
A mass shooting with all female victims leaves a young mother dead and 7 others wounded.
The shooters are still at large tonight.
Nate Rogers has the latest on the investigation.
Right now, as police are looking for multiple shooters involved in this very brazen crime over the weekend, local agencies are also coming together to help the community heal.
This is resources and offered to anyone that lives in the community, but the victims, they didn't live in Lawndale.
Inside Deliverance Temple of the Apostolic Faith Church, CPD's Crime Victim Services Unit.
We need help, and I don't know where that help comes from.
Overnight Saturday, 9 people were shot, including 8 women, while attending a luau-themed party. Police say a black Jeep approached the area. Multiple offenders jumped out and began shooting into the crowd. 21-year-old Kenesha Gaines, a mother of 2, was shot in the face and killed.
Anytime a man or a woman can look at a woman, realizing she's that canal that brings forth birth and that nurturing part of our society, and feel it's okay to gun them down like they're rats on the street or like they're nothing. They have lost their natural affection.
It happened at 15th and Keeler around 1 a.m. Pastor Mark Atkins heard the rapid gunshots.
To walk around the corner from my house to the church, you have to walk through so much different drug traffic. You have to make sure that you're not getting shot at.
Today, residents were able to speak with counselors and detectives. Other community resources were also made available. Alderman Monique Scott saying this can't be a forgettable moment.
I need the 24th Ward to be like Highland Park. I need it to make sense, and I need people to reach out and help.
Now, the victims' ages range from 20 to 33 years old. There was one woman that was shot 8 times. At last check, that woman remains in critical condition. Chicago police telling us no suspects are in custody. If you know anything about the shooting, you're urged to please contact authorities. Reporting from downtown, I'm Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
Another traffic headache for downtown commuters. The Lollapalooza Madness is beginning. Grant Park just about ready to go for the 4-day festival that's expected to draw hundreds of thousands of people.
Anthony Ponce has a look tonight at what drivers need to know as those closures go into effect.
Just over an hour ago, crews pulled the barricades across Columbus Drive here at Monroe, where they will remain for the next 7 days, clearing the way for the rest of Lollapalooza setup and clearing the way for tens of thousands of concert goers starting Thursday night. Who are you most excited to see?
Lana Del Rey. I am probably most excited to see Fred again and Lana Del Rey.
Fred again? That's my guy. But to host one of the largest music festivals in the world does require a lot of setup. Chicago's downtown drivers are about to feel the pain.
If you're younger, it's probably worth it, but like an adult, this is like their worst nightmare.
The big closure, Columbus Drive. Crews pulled the barricades at Monroe to block car traffic. This road set to become one of the festival's main thoroughfares. Along with Columbus, the other main closures to look out for between now and Monday, Balbo and Jackson between Lakeshore Drive and Columbus, and Congress Parkway between Michigan and Columbus. Drivers, consider yourselves warned.
Heard the price of everything, I guess.
I can understand the frustration for sure.
The city says that all the closures will end